W-I-N-D. We are the champions, my friend.
Here, the Mike North program, Sunday nights at 9 here on AM 560 WIND. Here with Steve Cochran, Friday afternoons at 5:50. And our visit brought to you in part by Altoff Industries, residential heating and cooling at 800-225-2443. Mike, good morning. How are you?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Amy's off today, but I wanted to check in with you. Obviously, you have seen Giselle in the video. I guess Jay Cutler's girlfriend is no longer the biggest distraction as far as quarterbacks are concerned.
Well, you know what? I mean, some Giant fan, and for people that don't know, Giant fan got into the elevator with Giselle. She's coming down from the suite, and some guy goes, Manning owns your man. Manning owns your man. And she goes, hey, look, you know what? He can't throw it and catch it, okay? But I was just thinking, it's good that she stood up for her man, but it's uncomfortable for Tom Brady. I mean, John, would you still have the band when you played the bass fiddle? You know, back in the day, when you were playing in that band, if your significant other, wife, girlfriend said, hey, you know what? He can't play the fiddle, the drums, and the guitar, too. What would your bandmates have thought? You know what I mean?
Well, I would imagine Brady has some rebuilding to do, with Wes Welker, among others.
Yeah, he caught 122 passes. The ball was badly thrown for people that are trying to say, well, he threw where he had to. BS. There was 3 guys around Welker, but they were no closer than 5 yards. If he throws the ball better, it's caught. But Welker had caught those all year. Here's the deal. He goes home. He tells her, maybe you say that in private. He caught 122 passes this year. He's one of the greatest receivers in pro football history, Giselle. I could not help it. I could not help it. It got the better of her, but she did stand up for a man, but he will get some fallout.
The Giants, statistically speaking, the worst team ever to win the Super Bowl, and it was a good game. I really enjoyed it, but let's face it, you don't lose 4 in a row and usually go on and win the Super Bowl. You're not outscored and go on and win the Super Bowl. I'm talking about outscored through the season.
Right.
So the Giants, I mean, luck had a lot to do with this, right? And they got hot at the right time.
John, 9-7, first time in a 16-game format that a 9-7 team's gone to the Super Bowl. They were ranked 27th in defense. New England was even worse. Look, let's be honest. The Steelers of the 70s, the Bears of the Giants of the 80s, the 49ers, the Cowboys of the 90s, they destroy both these teams. The football, because of free agency, because of more teams, it is watered down. I remember, and you know this, the 85 Bears, we know most of the guys. There was a star on the line. There were stars as linebackers, as the quarterback, McMahon. There's one star on each team, Brady and Manning. There's other, guys that are considered B stars, and then you have the 2 coaches. I've never seen a Super Bowl with less star power than the one that we saw, and it really was. It was a good game, but football is just not as good as a team sport as it was.
Look, I just read a book on the 85 Bears called "Da Bears," and in
what a clever title!
I know, and they talk about how that defensive line on our 85 Bears would literally, I mean. The quarterbacks would, they'd have some problems with their underwear as they were taking the field, not after, before.
Yeah, well,
because they knew they were going to get killed. Now the game has changed and the rules have changed, so you can't destroy people literally the way you used to be, and thus it's a way more offensive game now, but sometimes quite dull.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was a dull game till the fourth quarter, and then you know what? Then the fireworks took off. This is interesting, and John, you'll be happy to hear. I saw this in the Wall Street Journal. Okay, do you know? That the team with the best regular season record, since the first Super Bowl, and this is in all the sports, in Major League Baseball, it says here the regular season is for suckers. Only 13 of 45 winners in the World Series have had the best record, which is for 29% since the first Super Bowl. In the NBA, 42% of the best record teams. The Boston Celtics, the last ones in 07. NFL, it's 46% of the team with the best record. And the NHL, 43%. So more than half the time, the team with the best record doesn't even represent in the championship game or win the championship game. So it really has been watered down, where now there's more teams than ever that don't even play the best during the regular season that end up like we saw with the New York Giants winning the whole ball wax.
Mike, not that you and I have ever laid down a bet, but gamblers could not have been happy overall that the first score of the game came from a safety.
And the first and one guy bet it. One guy bet it. He put the money down He won $50,000 on a $1,000 bet that the first score would be a safety, and that safety is up for interpretation. I had never seen intentional grounding on a ball thrown 30 yards in the middle of the field, and all of a sudden, I'm trying to figure out if the ref knows the guy that laid down the bet. Brady's in the end zone. Brady's in the end zone, which means if it's called for intentional grounding, then, you get 2 points. It's a safety. The bottom line is I thought one of the receivers, and it looks like it just didn't do the pattern right. He throws it in the middle of the field. But, boy, that was a ticky-tack call. It really was.
Hey, Mike, thanks for your time this morning.
All right, buddy.
I enjoyed hearing you and Jiggets on the Cochran Show the other day.
More to come, hopefully.
Did a nice job. Thanks, you, Mike.
Johnny.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Check out Mike and his 30 in 5 commentary every day at AM 560 WIND.
I'm Mike North for the Village of Rosemont. From the 9th largest convention center to restaurants to theaters, sports venues, and hotels. 5 minutes from O'Hare, you got it all here. Rosemont, you can't miss it.